Thank you so very much. Thank you so much for joining, guys. If you're just coming across our page for the first time, my name is Omomi. I'm a virtual assistant. I'm a coach and founder of Omomi Virtual Assistant Academy, where we train people on how to be a virtual assistant. We share tips on how to succeed as a virtual assistant here on my TikTok channel, on my YouTube channel, and also on my Instagram page and on my LinkedIn page. Yes, I think across all socials except Twitter, which is X. So, like I said, we share amazing tutorials on YouTube for everyone that wants to like learn free resources on how to kickstart their journey as a virtual assistant. You can like go on our YouTube channel, subscribe, learn. But if you want like a personal training, we train people on how to be a virtual assistant, and that is the reason why we are here this morning. Because October cohorts are done. Are they done? They are not done with their class. They are almost done with their class, and part of our classes is coming here live and mentor. You know, yeah, it's more of a mentorship. If you've been following me for a while, you understand this is how we do our things. Apart from the fact that we train them all the necessary tools they need to succeed as a virtual assistant, in executive assistant, customer support, travel planning. We also train them on how to optimize their Upwork profile, their LinkedIn profile, how to apply to remote jobs, how to send code outreach, how to ace job interviews. We have a particular class called demo interview where we train them on how to answer interview questions. And this is also part of the class where we come live on TikTok, share their experience, mentor them, and all. So today, I'm not doing it alone. Like, I'm not doing it alone. I'm here with my two amazing coach. We have Coach Naima and we have Coach Tana. So, Coach Tana, are you ready to open your camera? Coach Naima, are you ready to open the camera? So, if you are my student, you already know Coach Naima. If you don't know Coach Naima, then you don't know me because Coach Naima, I really, really know she has really been around for a while now. Coach Tana has really joined us. I think she joined us like 4 5 months ago. I'm not sure if I'm right, but she has been amazing. If you are 2025 cohorts, you should get familiar with Coach Tana. So today we three of us are coming together to share our experience and also prepare the October cohort for live after virtual assistant training. So I'm going to hand over the mic to Coach Naima now while she open her camera to introduce herself, who she is, and also we'll go to Coach Tana, then we can kickstart today's session. So the only thing I need from you people, we have amazing 27 people in the house, now 29. If you really want to learn things here, and if you're October cohort, the only thing I need from you is to double tap on your screen. That is what we call, yeah, power tapping. Yeah, you see one love emoji coming up. That is you like trying to like help this live session to also get to other people. So thank you so very much. So, Coach Naima, are you ready?
So, good morning, everyone. My name is Naima. I know that we've met offline or virtually. So, yeah, I am an executive assistant with niche in executive and artist assistant. So, that is my niche. And yeah, travel planning as well. I'm not much of customer support. So, yeah, and I've been with Tumuktos Creative Virtual Assistant Academy for almost 2 years now. Yeah, almost 2 years now. So yeah, that has been my journey with it. So that is my brief introduction for now. Hi, babe. Hi. Can you hear
Coach
me?
Tana, we can hear you loud and clear. How are you?
Hi, good morning.
Good morning.
Okay, good morning, everybody. My name is Tana, and when I get asked to introduce myself, it's always very confusing for me because I like wear many hats. I do a lot of things. I'm a HR consultant. I'm a quality assurance analyst. I do customer support and also a little bit of travel planning. And also, I'm a C-suite assistant as well.
All
That's
right,
all
thank
about
you so
me.
very much, guys. Thank you so very much. I think Tana does a lot of things. Like she's just like everywhere. Tana has a lot of money. I used to say like Tana is this big, big woman in tech. And Coach Naima is someone that those people that they love soft life type of. When you see their bank account, you said I should not cast it money. I will not. I will try to. Yeah, I'll try to comport myself. I want to be professional. So thank you so much for introducing yourself, guys. So guys, those are the coaches of at Wumi Talks Virtual Assistant Academy, popularly known as Omomi Virtual Assistant Academy. So they've been amazing, and today they are here to share their experience with us. how they kickstart the journey, the challenges, and tips that can help us succeed as a remote worker, as a virtual assistant. So before I start, October cohort, are you in the house? If you're in the house, can you please type October cohort so I know that we have reasonable amount of people in the house before I start talking. If you are for October cohort, just type in October cohort. I want to be sure my students are here. And if you are here, October course, you're not para tapping, it means that you're not in class. That's the only thing. That's what you're telling me. So, guys, thank you so very much for finding this training worthy. It has been a hell of a ride with October cohort. I think October cohort was the very first group I have to log for the weekend, for a whole weekend, because people want to give me ah, people came with so much energy, which I really really love. I love your energy, your curiosity. Like it was just an amazing session with you guys. And one thing I can say regarding your cohorts will be basically, I think everyone at some point in time, we've been there, and that is paying attention to details. Because I realized that despite the fact that the class was being detailed, like we try to answer all questions, be detailed as much as possible, we still realize that some people are still coming around to be like, hey, how do I do this? And I'll be like, oh my god, if you go back to the recording, you could have, answered that question yourself or solve the problem yourself or make the research yourself. Even things that are very, very glaring, majority of you will still come back and be like, hey, I don't know. I'll be like, oh my god, what's going on? And like I said, it's totally normal for beginners to be like that because you always feel overwhelmed and you don't really know what to do at that point. And one thing that has really, really helped me to succeed, like I do tell myself, is trying to ask myself, like, hey, Amomi, what can you do to get better at this thing? What can you do to get better? Because for the fact that you've completed your virtual assistant training does not necessarily mean that you have what it takes already to succeed. I know we've given you assignments, I know you have everything, but you need to test your skills. I know that is not news anymore. You need to volunteer, you need to be sure that you truly know what you are doing. And one thing that will really, really help you to stand out among the rest is your ability to take a step further and make research. Okay, they are talking about this thing. How can I do this? How can this be better? Okay, I know I've done my assignments. They graded me. They said I did a great job. How can I own it the more? Because one thing I realized is that if you don't practice all these things, you tend to forget. If you don't practice, if you just think that, yes, I've completed my virtual assistant training and let me start searching for either paid jobs, either volunteer jobs, you will just realize that you will land that paid job, you will land that volunteer jobs, but by the time you come back to that skills, you realize that you've forgotten most of them because you are not practicing it. I know the class have ended, but that doesn't mean that you just ignore it or you stop practicing. This is the time you need to go back to your recordings, watch it, give yourself mock-up assignment, do it. This is the time because one thing I noticed is that if you are the type that you hate watching recorded videos, maybe go on YouTube to watch things like this. I think if you already have the knowledge of what you want to do, you've completed the training, you understand how it works. By the time you start watching all those recorded videos on YouTube, they make sense now because you now understand what you are doing. There was a particular video one of my students, October calls, she made a video review about the class and she said something. She said she wanted to start this virtual assistant journey since she said 2019 or 2020, I can't remember. So she said some people will tell you to optimize your LinkedIn profile. You will do. There won't be jobs. Some people will tell you to optimize your Upwork profile. You will do everything, yet nothing is working. Like people are not really telling you what you really need to succeed. Everybody is just saying, optimize your CV, update your Upwork profile, update your LinkedIn profile, do this, do that. No one is able to bring everything together. That is why when we talk to Virtual Assistants Academy, what we always do is not just teach you the skills, we teach you the skills, we teach you how to apply it in real life. That is why our classes are live and they are very, very practical, and that's why we always give you assignments. So this is the time for you to own your skills to get better at it because no one is coming to save you, you need to save yourself. The best we can do is add you to the community. Whenever you are stuck, you ask questions. People are there to support you. I'm there to support you. Coach Naima is there to support you. Tana is there, community manager. Everybody is there to give you the support that you need. But you need to be the one to do the work yourself, and we can support you. We've done our part by training you, giving you all the necessary resources. that you need to kickstart your career. Now, after the training, it is now left to you to make it worth it. And I do tell people, remote job is not magic. It is not just one size fits all. Like, oh, the moment I'm done with my virtual assistant training, the next day I'll get a job. There is a process to all these things, and the process has to do with you owning your skills, getting better, volunteering, applying for paid jobs. And for the fact that you are volunteering doesn't mean that you should not apply for paid jobs. Because I just want you to volunteer so that you can test the skills. Volunteering is another way to test the skills. And by the time you land that paid jobs, it will really, really help. We have a particular student in our community, Coach Naima. That is it MM? She landed 3 remote jobs in a week. And that girl has been with us since, I think she was part of the, is it May cohort or June cohort? I can't really remember. Coach Naima, do you remember the cohort that MM was then? Coach Naima, are you there? Can anyone hear me?
I'm here. Sorry, please. I'm here. I'm just trying to tidy up some things. Just give me like 5 minutes. I'll be with you. Sorry, please.
Okay, no,
Just
no. I just want to remember like what cohort is MM when she joined us?
no. I think June. Yeah, June court.
June cohort. So since June, that is June, July, August, September, October. 4 months after the training, that was when she landed her first gig, and she landed 3 remote gigs on Upwork. Both like the 3 of the remote job, they are from Upwork. And majority of I can say 95% of my students, all their first remote job has always been from Upwork. 95% of them, like everybody will be celebrating in the community, they've all landed their remote job on Upwork. So when people are saying Upwork is not working, Upwork is not doing this, Upwork is not doing that, some people are lucky, no doubt about that one. But with the right strategy, you get remote job on Upwork. You get remote job on LinkedIn. You get remote job by sending code outreach. You get remote job through referral. But Upwork remains one of my best platforms. Maybe that is why whenever I'm in class, I'm always very, very detailed, point everything out for my students. Like, hey, this is what I'm doing. Show them everything. When it comes to Upwork class, I don't like to. Why would I even gatekeep for my student that paid to join my class? Like I'm always open. Like this is what I do. This is how it is working for me. And for the fact that I said this is working for me does not mean that you should not take extra steps to say that okay, this is work from home approach. This is what she taught us. How can I incorporate another thing into it? Using MM as an example, apart from the fact that she was not out to optimize her Upwork profile, according to her, she did some other research. She joined everything together, and it also worked for her. While some other students also try my approach, it works for them. So don't just rely on the fact that work from home have taught me everything. Let me just relax. No, that is not how it works. You need to now do the job. By the time you now go on YouTube, those videos that you've been watching that they don't make any sense to you because you now have the knowledge of this niche. Now it will now make sense. Because one of the reasons I kickstarted my YouTube channel then was that I wanted to learn a lot of things on YouTube then, but I realized that is either the video is coming from heaven, another one is coming from south, from west, another one is jumping around. I don't even understand what they were saying. Like everything was just so confusing for me. So when I wanted to start my channel, I was like, okay, Mumi, I need to fix this thing. It is not just about teaching people how to use a particular tools. I will also teach you how it solves a problem. Everybody keeps saying calendar management, email management. Do you even understand the problem that it solves? Because it is when you know it that when your clients give you a task to do, you will know how to approach it and how to solve the problem. That is just the reality. So what I want to tell you today is that please, you need to work more on your attention to details. You need to work more in owning your skills. You need to work more on acing job interviews. I know you've like we've did the demo interview, we taught you how to answer interview questions, everything. But my dear, that is not all. You still need to own your skills, get better, practice it. And one thing about interview is that the moment you apply to jobs and the cover letter, your CV, whatever your proposal landed you an interview, that interview stage, that is the stage that you are on your own. And I even show you my working, show you everything, and the minute that thing lands you an interview, just so that during that interview you are on your own. Your own in the sense that that is the time you need to prove yourself, that you truly understand your niche, you understand what the client needs and how you can help them. Now you now need to communicate it to the client. Because if you can't communicate how you can help the client during a job interview, nothing will work, even if you know everything. Even if you know everything. Because that is when the client will be convinced, like, yes, I think this person truly knows what he or she is truly doing. Because if you just keep throwing things around, mixing things up, nothing will work. And it is totally normal for beginners to make mistakes during interview. If you go for the first interview, you make mistakes. There is no two way around it. Second one, you will learn. Third one, you will learn. The more you ace job interviews, the more you get better. And for the fact that we keep saying paying attention to details, it will really, really help. We make mistakes. I make mistake every day. I make mistake every time. But there's some mistakes that they should not like keep repeating themselves again. We learn from our mistake. But at times I realize that when we double check things, when we triple check things, okay, I am stuck. Let me go back to the question. Let me go back. Let me digest it. This thing must have answered the question. If not, okay, go back to the recordings. Okay, there's nothing there. Let me make research. I'm stuck here. How can I do this? Then if it is not working, there is no same person that you come to and be like, hey, I'm stuck here. I try to do this, it's not working. I try to do this, it's not working. What else do you think I can do here? But the person will be like, oh no, what have you done? Because you've tried. Because October come out, I love you guys. I love your energy. Like you people came ready. You are very, very peaceful. That's another thing. You guys are very, very peaceful. I don't think I've ever seen any calls that is as peaceful as you guys. And you guys have so much energy, which I really, really appreciate. But from me to you, you need to work more on yourself. Don't just rely on what you're being taught in class. Get better at what you do. And I will also congratulate you the way I've been congratulating my students in the community. So now the next section that we are going to right now is having Coach Tana come up, talk about herself, her experience, how she landed her first remote job, maybe, and tips that can help you stand out and land your first remote job. So, Coach Tana, are you ready for us to on your camera? And yeah, thank you.
Okay, hi guys. Can you hear me?
Loud and clear.
Good morning again, once everyone. How I landed my first remote job. I would say that really, I've been hearing this thing a lot, but I just didn't know how much it really applied. Like when preparation meets opportunity and luck and everything. So I would say the first thing you have to do is to be prepared. That was it for me. We had like work from home mom talking about how someone landed a job after 4 months. So a lot of people just are waiting for results. When will I get a job? But the question is, if the job comes now, are you ready? Are you trained? Are you equipped with the skills? So I first of all invested a lot of time into learning and understanding how to go about it. After that, I give myself like a target, a quota. I would apply for jobs like about 3 to 4 times every day. I had like a, I had a, I had a tracker sort of, right. I would just like apply for jobs like every day, and it's not like lazy application. So you want to be very detailed with your application. A lot of people are so I'm sorry, but like a lot of people are lazy with the application. Actually, from a HR perspective, I can tell you if you see the kind of CVs or the kind of things we see, why are you sending a CV? You don't have subjects. You don't have preamble. That see, getting a job is psychology as well, right? It's reinforcement from your subject to your preamble to about yourself till they open the CV. Everything just keeps saying, this person might be a good fit. But if you're a turner from the start, if you like, give the best person in the world to write CV for you. If you don't know what to do, if you don't know how to do it, that's it. So I just kept like applying. And there was this particular day, I'll say it, I hope my employer never hears this. Well, there was this particular, I would say my first job was like almost a mistake. When I mean it was a mistake, that day I really didn't want to apply for a job. I was just very tired. And I remember with my family at home. I and my dad were supposed to go out somewhere, and he kept saying he's waiting for me. He's waiting for me. I just had like about 2 more minutes, and I was using a Google form. The registration was a Google form. You know, like when you go down to a Google form, you're supposed to see some minutes. What I was saying was next, next. The form was so long. I was like, what is this? Ha. When they said upload a picture of your workspace, I uploaded the voice recording I used to apply for one customer support because I just wanted to feel it. I was like, what is this? What is wrong with these people? I just kept applying and applying and applying. And then one day, I was just like doing my stuff, and then I got like about 10 emails from the same company, right? It seemed like there was a glitch in their system, their autoresponder. So I just told them that I had already gone through this phase. Do you know, like till today, they never saw my CV. They never saw my CV. It was just a glitch.
Oh
And
my
even
god.
I had been waiting for them and everything. So it was just an opportunity and it was a chance, right? So a lot of people will find jobs in different ways, like from just a chance, maybe a mistake in quotes or something. But the point is that you're ready. When the mistake happened, I was ready. And then it was actually a very big and good company. So from there, my CV like leveled up. Funny thing, I was the only Nigerian, I was the only black, I was the only African in that place. It was not a Nigeria, like it was not even like you're not even remotely accepting Africans. So they used to have like physical team meetings and bonds. I would just be in my house. They would send me stipend for just missing out. And that day when you would not hear that. You would not hear that. So they'll just send me like a some money. I got also since everyone was like in a physical space, I would just end up like covering a lot of things, taking a lot of calls, doing both what is my own and what is not anybody's own. And then at some point I decided to grow. Right? It was a good job, but I felt like I could do more. And so what work from home mom has really emphasized is very important. It's very important. You need to take a chance on yourself, but also you need to be really prepared, which is why volunteering is really good. For me, I didn't necessarily like volunteer, but I had an opportunity. People would now be more inclined to employ you if they see that you have experience, right? People will be very inclined to employ you if they feel that you have experience. So you can have experience through volunteering if somebody takes a chance on you. But the first thing first is that you really need to be prepared. A lot of people are saying, oh, I've done this training, I've done that one, I've done this one. Okay, if you've done the training, go ahead and put in the work. For some people, it's 1 week after. For some people, it's 10 days after. Some people, it's 5 months. Some people, it's 1 year. I have a friend who has not had any income this year at all. He's been applying and applying and applying. When the first job came, this job was a job that was giving people like about $6 for an hour, but the employer loved him so much that they like took him off and then started giving him $12 and they put him like in a leadership role. So you really don't know if you stop. We don't know when it's going to happen, but the question is, if you stop now, how would you know when it will happen? How would you know if you even have a shot, right? So just keep going on and everything. So that's like how I landed my first remote job. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
Thank you. Oh, let me clap for you. Where is my sound defense? That's for clap for you. For your offended me. You didn't offended me yesterday, so I will just clap once. So that you don't offend me again today. Coach Naima in the building, the only money making woman. Our importation coach, virtual assistant coach, executive assistant, artist virtual assistant. If you don't know that one, forget about it. Travel planner. And you are the reason people who say that if you are truly making money online, why don't you buy wig? That is what they will tell you if you are really making money online. Why don't you buy wig?
I don't use wig. Of course, I am one of the women that does not use wig. I don't like wig. In fact, the way like Tana, the way you drop your hair, I can because I ate. See my whole back. I ate anything touching my skin. I ate ears touching my skin. So I don't use wig.
This one is disturbing me. Self. Like I'll just pack it up now.
I can use three of
It's
that.
my hair push.
I don't drop my hair because it itches me. So that's why I don't use neck piece because I hate discomfort. So that is the reason. Yeah, I'm one of the few women that does not use wig. I don't have wig and I'm proud because my money.
I'm here to oppress you.
See, you can surprise me because if I want to buy wig, I can actually import wig by myself from Vietnam or from China. So it does not cost me anything. The wig that you buy for 1 million naira in Nigeria, I'll buy it for like 300K from China or Vietnam. So
Let's talk about today's
respect.
class. Okay, don't disgrace me on TikTok. I won't take this one. This is an open door. I will not take this one. Oh yeah,
Good morning,
talk.
everyone. Good morning. My name is
Wow, see we
Naima.
have in the house. Olivia, how are you? Thank you so much for joining. Oh, oh yeah, go ahead, Coach Naima.
Thank you. So October course, thank you so much for having us. Thank you guys for being on this ride with us. So I will start from how I landed my first job. It was actually a word of mouth. It was a word of mouth. It was true referral from Coach Umi. Honestly, because the truth is sometimes we feel overwhelmed. When I went for my training, I just the fact that this woman has been dragging me. Trust me, if they tell me that by 2025 I will be in the virtual world, I will say no. I will say no. This woman has been dragging me since 2021, right? To come and learn this thing. And I felt like no, it's not for me because I am actually a quantity surveyor by profession. So I do go to sites. So I love going to sites. Like I love anything that has to do with that. So, but I was not living in Ibadan then. So after marriage, I had to relocate. Then I had to drop my job. Getting to Ibadan, there is no construction job. Like most of my bosses that could take me in, they have their office in Lagos. And I cannot move to Lagos because it does not make sense. Because why did I leave my job in the first place? Then I'll still now leave my family, then move to another location. So I felt like no. But I was still optimistic that I will get a job. Maybe even if it's just site supervisor or project manager or site something. But that never happened. So this woman has been dragging me to come and learn this thing. Come and learn this thing. It was still very young then. It only few people knew about Upwork as far back as 2021. So I said no. Then I went to banking industry. Then during the process, I got pregnant. So and the stress was much. So I felt like no, I cannot continue like this. So I ended the year like few months before I gave birth. So it was end December then. So I just end that chapter like that. So after I gave birth, she was like, now you are now at home. You are now a stay at home mom. What do you want to be doing? So that was when I took the training. So I took that training. My when I took that training, my baby was less than 3 months. So I still had that baby brain, that foggy brain. But that did not stop me. After the training, I shut down. Before the training, I got a laptop, like a better laptop. My husband had to upgrade my laptop for me. Then I have everything that I need. But after the training, I shut down my laptop, just drop it somewhere. I was not even ready to pursue the career. Then one day she was like, do you know that you cannot continue like this? You just have to do something. Then that was when the journey started fully. So we started a job hunting together. Then yeah, I come in as a coach. Then I landed my first job. Like it was just that year. I think that was, yeah, 2024. So it was just 24, no, 2023. Sorry, I'm saying no,
I want to say, what are you saying?
2023, yeah. It started during my pregnancy self. Yeah. But fully after I gave birth. And yeah, so that was how the journey started. And my first job, it was actually a referral from her on Upwork. She got a job invite that she couldn't do because her hands were full then. Then she referred me. Unfortunately, the client did not even flinch. She was just like, okay. She sent me a message that, hey, Kasara recommended you, and I don't know if you are available. I would like us to jump on a meeting in the next 10 minutes. And I was like, wow, 10 minutes. So I just had to grab my shirt, rush to her house. Yeah, I went to her house. It was around 9:30 to 10 p.m. I carried my baby, went to her house. Drop the baby with her because I don't want the baby to make noise while I was in the meeting. So I went to her house, dropped the baby, then I just rushed to one of the rooms, had my interview. And it was not even like an interview, it was like a discussion. And that was how I landed my first job. And it has been pretty easy ever since then. So that was my story into the virtual world and how I landed my first job. So the only thing that I could pick from it is that it is not like I did not know these things. I had an idea about it. Like, see, being an executive assistant or a customer support is something that we have in us. The only thing we need is that push to make it professional. It's not like I am new to, like, I've worked in the banking industry. If you know how the banking sector is, so I've worked with ministries as a contractor. You know, you imagine you as a lady, the only lady in a room filled with men, and at the end of the day, you got the contract. Like the people that have looked at, who is this one? You can never get this contract. So that is no bring like they are telling that. So my boss could only send a female. He cannot come himself. And trust me. You see that contract, I will get it, and I will. So the bidding process and everything. So it's like accumulated experience. So now just trying to transfer it into the remote world as a virtual assistant. So now one thing is for you to know it. One thing is for you to know how to use your past experience, how to tweak it so that it will fit in your present job role. After that, after the training, it's not like I still lay my hands on some other trainings, right? Just to say, okay, let me add to what I know, what I've been trained just to build myself. Because one thing about this field is you can never finish learning. You will learn every day. Learning continues. As we are speaking, some people are building a software that we need to use. Some people are building a website that maybe by January 2026, that your next job role, you must know how to use that software or that app. So learning continues, like it is a continual process. You just don't say, okay, I'm done with my training, you now sit down. It does not work like that. Trust me, it doesn't work like that. Then another thing is the fact that we have different luck, we have different push, and we have, how will I put it, our the motivation. Yes, our motivations are different. But one thing is, if nothing is motivating you, motivate yourself. You see, poverty is my biggest motivation. Now, it is not about me alone. I now have a boy that depends on me. Whether you like it or not, that boy must feed, you must clothe him. So now it is not even about me again. But if you don't have any family, now let poverty be your motivation. You understand? You don't want, you know the fact that when people know that you have nothing to give, if they see your call, they will ignore it. If they see your message, they might not respond to you in the next 1 week. Not because they are busy, but they feel like he's here again or she's here again to beg. So you have to keep pushing. And like Tana mentioned that we have different faiths. There are some people that they are very lucky. I had a student, what was her name? This lady in Italy, Karen.
Yes, yes,
Yes,
Karen.
Karen does not have any experience, but she is a student based in Italy. During our training, she registered for the one-on-one class. So during our training, she was like, let me be honest with you. I'm currently working as a waitress in a restaurant, but I think I love travel planning and I want to niche down as a travel planner. Let me tell you something. Till today, we have not given Karen her certificates because she is yet to complete her assignments. But guess what, ladies and gentlemen? After our remote website class, she started sending out code emails. The class ended on Monday. I was expecting her to submit her assignment, and by Friday, Karen sent me a message that she got a job with a travel management with a travel agency with no experience.
That day I was shocked. I was like, wait, she's not even completed her assignment. Like, what is going on? And the girl in Germany too. The $20 per hour, I was like, oh my god, no, that is a freaking log.
A job of $20 per hour, 24 hours after our training. Just 24 hours after our training. And this job actually comes in through code emails. The fact that people sleep on code emails, we are not ready to put in the job. Everybody wants that soft landing, and whether we like it or not, it is not all of us that will get that soft landing. Like, we all struggle. We all have what we are struggling with. Forget that. Okay, we are. There is nothing like, yeah, she's the coach. Well, if we send out the same application to the same person, don't be surprised if the employer or the person employing picks you over me. So it works like that. And there are different phases to these things. Like I used to say, the first phase is, especially on Upwork, you might be sending a proposal, but nobody will view your proposal. It is a phase. The second stage is, you are sending proposal, the clients are viewing your proposal, but you're not getting a meeting invite or any link to interview. That means you are progressing, because at least they view your proposal. You get a notification when anybody view your proposal on Upwork. The third phase is, you submit a proposal, the client view it, they like it, then they invite you for an interview. You make it to the interview stage, but you never get the job. That is another phase. The final phase is, you submit the proposal, the client view it, they love your proposal, send you the link for the interview, you attend the interview, they love your presentation, then you get the job. You cannot skip any of these things, because it comes in a phase. You might be lucky, your first proposal, your first interview, your first job. Some people are very lucky like that. But just have it at the back of them. Because one thing is, virtual assistant, or let me just put it like that. It is not a get rich quick scheme. Not like, after today you finish your training today and the next day you get a job. We are not the Yahoo guys. So it's you just have to follow the process. And one thing is, people don't love to put in the job. I will advise that you put in the job. Majority of you, what you will do is just go to ChatGPT, copy, paste. No formatting, nothing. And do you know the power of prompting? You need to let your AI know who you are. You want to ensure that you are prompting the right way. See, when it comes to prompting, it helps a lot, because that's what we stand that is what will make your certificate, or sorry, your proposal to stand aside from others. Because there is this word. See, if I see a proposal, I know already that this is AI. But what is that little difference between you that use the AI and the person that actually prompts? The person also use AI, but the difference is the prompting. You will see the difference. It will be there, because there are some words that are generic. Like, no matter how you tweak it, they are generic. They will always be there. Like, you now have to be intentional that I don't want to use those words. Find something similar to that word and replace it with that word. Like, don't follow the trend. If people are just copy and paste, it cannot help you. It cannot help you. So that is the truth. And again, the attention to details. Attention to details, you cannot even take it away. It is very, very important, because if you miss out a little details, it can cost you a lot. Let me share one thing that happens at a time. Currently, I still have that my first clients. Funny enough, I still have that my first clients. And yeah, so we deal with figures. Now, I made a mistake, and it was not intentional. I was distracted. My baby was crying, and I just want to ensure that I sent out other emails. Now, there is a clause. She sent me a message that this person is so. Okay, we have, for that person, I think I sent out 3 packages. But there is no discount for the first one, because the fee is actually low. But there is discount on the second and third one. I drafted the message, take it to my AI, that okay, just for formatting. Now I noticed that my AI puts the clause that it is something. I was like, I just clear it and put my own words, that what I want, then I sent it to the client. By mistake, giving a discount for a rate that is actually discounted already, because that fee, if my client should remove a Uber fee from it, the performance fee there is just $100. I never realized my mistake until, because I used to copy her in all meals. She checked from her end. That was when she reached out to me that, Naima, you made a mistake. I was like, no. Yeah, you did. She caught my attention to it. That was when I remember that when I gave I copied the message to my AI for formatting, my AI actually shows the clause that it is not supposed to be included in the first one. But because I was distracted, because I was not paying attention, it almost cost me $250. The only thing she did was, you know what? I'll reach out to the client, because the client, fortunately, the client is a returning client. That she will reach out to the client and they work something out. But I should please, moving forward, I should ensure that I correct, like I get all the informations before I pass it to the client. I was embarrassed. Not like I don't know, not like I did not, because AI actually warned me like this thing is not supposed to be there. But because by this the time that I was reading the mail, that was what I copied, because I was distracted, because I was not paying attention. My full attention was not there, and it almost cost me $250. So attention to details, you cannot shy away from it. It has to be on par. It is one of the things that people actually look forward to, because a little mistake can actually cost you a lot. Thank you. I'll stop
It
here.
can even cost you your job. That's another thing.
Yeah, fortunately for me, I did not lose that job because she was trying.
Yeah, some clients are just like that. Coach Tana, do you have anything you want to add to what Coach Naima said, especially towards the October course today?
Okay, so I think like everyone has said it all right. The only thing I just want to add is that I mean we can hear everything that we need to hear, but if we don't put them into practice, if you like register, if you go to my Udemy cart, I have courses that I've bought, that I've packed, and that I've stored. You can go and learn free things. You can also pay and learn. Nobody is coming to save you. If you don't put in the work, if you don't do everything
Yeah.
that you need, all these things, if you've wasted 1 hour on TikTok today, let me just tell you. If you don't go and put in the work, you've wasted 1 hour on TikTok. So just go back and ask yourself, like, where do I need to start from? What do I need to do? What do I need to achieve? Look at the parts that you are doing the list in, and try to fix yourself. I think another thing that people also need to like really focus on is also trying to find out their specialties and their niches. I'm surprised that Coach Naima says she's not a customer support person, because I've not seen what she cannot do with computer. She used to
As in,
up and down and left and right. The first time that I attended Coach Naima's classes, I thought I knew Google Sheets. I thought I knew it too. I saw another method. I say, is it the same Google Sheets that I've been using? But sorry.
I mentioned that I'm a quantity surveyor. We use Google spreadsheets to create a bill of quantities. So I've been using Google Sheets since, I don't know, I think 2012. 2012.
Yeah, I was just saying that like she's like so good with it, and she's also very good with computer. But she's found her niche, and she's like practicing in it. As a new person, I wouldn't advise you to like really narrow down your niche so much, because you don't know where you might fall. But at least try to figure out where your area of expertise is. I've told myself in this life that me and travel planning are not friends. We are not friends. I don't have the kind of attention to this detail. This one that they say, Coach Naima said that it's $250 that she lost. My clients will just fire me the next day because I don't have the energy. Don't mind me, I'm just kidding. I've been a travel assistant before, but my passion is not there. That's not where my passion is. I really enjoy talking to people. I just really enjoy solving issues for people, but not necessarily travel planning. So I would say try to figure out your niche. When you start applying, I always say that hate is a stronger emotion than love. It's easy to say who you hate upfront, but it's not easy to say who you love upfront. Same thing with your career path. You might be confused on where to go, but you can always discover what it is that you don't like, right? Or where it is that you cannot put your energy inside. But please, if there's money, like it until you can decide. So like it first, choose where there's there's money, and choose what you like, and then just go for it. Choose your like, just be very specific. Ask yourself like, what do I need to do at this time? What do I need to achieve? Right? So if you still have a problem with learning particular things, don't deceive yourself that what you need right now is like a job. I know that we really need money, but because it's one thing to get a job, and I've seen people lose jobs as quickly as they come. So you need to be prepared. So if you think you still need a little bit more learning to do, be the first employer of yourself. We've learned email management in October cohort, but yet some people's emails are still having 5,000 things inside. Why? We've done calendar management in October cohort. Yes, some people are not able to plan their lives. I've seen funny fact is when I wanted to transition into quality assurance, I was very honest with my employer. I had never done quality assurance before, but I loved it. I loved it. And I told my employer, this is how I go about like my life. And this is what I do. I guess I've not like had a quality assurance, like I've not been in the capacity of a quality assurance position before. But I know I can do it because of ABC and this one. I just explained everything that this is how I can do it, right? Now, people would always appreciate even potentials when they see that you have a willingness to do it. But if you've learned it and the only thing you have to show for it is, oh, Wumi Talks Virtual Assistant Academy, the certificate, not that, oh, this is how I manage my inbox, or this is how I manage my time. You are a mother, and people don't know how. I'm always envying work from home mom and Coach Naima, because I don't know the superpower that you have, right? You're a mother, you're doing other things and everything. You don't know that you are doing time management there. These are things that you're putting in your own personal life. So when people say, oh, have you had experience with these things? You can always say, yes, this is how I've done this, or this is how I've done that. Be very conscious, be very deliberate about it, put it in your personal life, and that's how you'll be able to do it. Secondly, I would just say, or is it thirdly, I would say, don't be lazy with applications, right? The problem people make when they're applying for a job is that they think it is me versus the employer. My dear, it is you versus 20,000 people outside there. People are applying for the same job. So always think about it. This is always my best case scenario. If you finished from the university, you had one busybody friend, or one, not friend, maybe a classmate, that when the lecturer will give an assignment, the lecturer will forget and they'll remind the lecturer that there was an assignment. That's who you should be in application. What they ask you and what they don't ask you, put. Don't be very intentional. Someone says send your resume and you have a portfolio, or you have like something else that you can display yourself. Why are you not putting it? Do what they don't ask you. I don't mean like do something that will contradict you, but go all the way, because it is tough. When we do paper screening from HR, I just used to laugh. In one day, I've removed like 700 people's CV from my list, and I've moved from the pipeline. Like, what's this? And people apply, and then you hear, oh, I apply for job every day. The question is, how are you applying? So you need to ensure that you are applying very well. Optimize yourself, even if it's a CV you have for customer service. If the position is saying client success, reward it, because you don't know what they have given the ATS to listen to on your behalf. So put it the way it is. Like, be very detailed. That's how, when people say, oh, apply for this role, and in 2 minutes they've applied, I'm like, how? Did you retweak your profile? Did you do this? And you have to be that intentional. See what Coach Naima was saying about AI. You copy something from AI, all the things that they put. In fact, I've seen somebody that sent a CV. You know this thing where maybe AI doesn't know your name sometimes, and then at the end you will not put in brackets, that square brackets, name and everything, and the person copies.
I don't want to laugh. Oh, so many applications where I don't feel like that.
God, who is this? Whose child is this? Like, who is this? The person just copied it. And you know, at the end, that one when AI will not say, would you like me to add some more this one? They copy it and put. Ha! You should have fear. Small fear. You are applying for customer support.
Customer support.
That you know the reason. You know it's not the reason AI has started taking customer support away, because people need that humanness, that human touch. In fact, in customer support, at some point, people will be chatting with AI. But when they cannot chat with the bot anymore, they will now transfer them to agents. So don't let anybody deceive you that AI is coming to take your job. There's no role in virtual assistants. We have a lot of bots in customer service, but at some point the bots, they fit in. They will not transfer you them. That's a please hold on while I transfer it to a real agent. That's how important you are. And you that have brain that God gave to you, you will not be giving everything to AI. You cannot make one simple sentence. Ha. So that's just what I would say. Don't be lazy. Be hardworking. And even if you're hardworking, truth is, like Coach Naima said, everybody has different phases, different graces. It may not come immediately, but that should not be your discouragement, because if you get discouraged, it will not even come at all. So that's all I can say. Thank you.
Thank you, my love. Thank you so very much. I don't know why the mic is misbehaving, but we can just mute our mic. So thank you so much, Coach Naima. Thank you so much, Coach Tana. Oh, I think I deleted this thing. I need to come back to it again so that people get to understand what we're talking about. So, guys, I'm going to be adding to what my coaches have said. And one thing that I want you guys to realize is that no matter the amount you paid for virtual assistant training, no matter how close you are to me, no matter how close you are to Coach Naima, no matter how close you are to Coach Tana, in fact, if your father is if is an expert when it comes to writing CVs and everything, if you still don't implement it, nothing will work. The best thing we can do is to mentor you, to guide you. Your success still lies with you. Now, let's talk about niching down. As a beginner, one of the reasons I do niche down with my classes was because I realized people teach everything. Eh, come and learn virtual assistance. Come and learn virtual assistance. And I'll be like, okay, I should come and learn virtual assistance. As what? Because when you come to me and you be like, I'm a virtual assistant, I'll be like, okay, what's your niche? I'm a virtual assistant, email management, calendar management. Because people need to understand that virtual assistant is an umbrella. I do say this. Who are you as a virtual assistant? And when it comes to niching down, I want you to understand that you might think that yes, I want to niche down as a customer support, and you will find yourself later in the future as a travel planner. You see, niching down, we are not ready to talk about it. Like, we are not ready for this conversation. So I'm going to use myself as an example. When I started my career, my mom used to be my motivation. My mom. I graduated as the best student in my department. I love I love books. And not because I love books like that, but because during my ND, my grades were not great. So my mom said, now that I'm sending you back for HND, they're not boy your papa way. May you come out with bad result or something. So I was very, very keen towards getting good grades. So from there, I enjoyed teaching. My lecturer then would be like, hey, mommy, or you go teach in the one and the two. If you are in a rural mass communication department and you know Agoro, you know Elder, all these people, KBSC, just to lower, I used to be their best student and I do teach on their behalf. That was how crazy I was when it comes to teaching people. Like, I love it because when I teach you, I get better. So when I graduated, I started applying to different jobs. I got some within 2 days. Something will happen to the job. 3 days later, because I knew that this is not what I wanted. So I applied for another job. It was a travel agency type of job then. And guys, I did that thing not because I really love this travel thing, but because I need to survive. If you ask me, Wumi, what do you want to become in your life? I would say I want to be a lecturer. My friends know me. I'll be like, I want to be a lecturer. That is what I want to be in my life. But I started my career as a secretary in a travel agency. And then I was earning 35,000 naira. And I'm coming all the way from Omi to Oluyole. So which means at the end of the month, I'll be left with like 15, 20,000 naira. But my mom said something there. My mom said, it is better to start with something than having nothing. We've trained you on how to be a customer support, executive assistant, travel planner. And your very first job or the jobs you are seeing are executive assistants, travel planning, travel assistants, and you are like, no, it's because I want to be a customer support. Oh, I don't want to apply for those jobs. My dear, you go tell. Because as long as you have experience in that thing, apply. Start with something first. I started with travel, the secretary at the travel agent, and when my almighty boyfriend, then now my husband, pushed me into this VA thing, my very first gig was travel assistant. Now imagine I'm keen on looking for customer support job, all these things, and I didn't take that secretary job in the travel agency. How do I even want to like is it how do I even want to get that job? My very first gig was travel assistant. And if you know me, you know me very well. I enjoy being an executive assistant. Now today, I can work as a customer support. I'm a full-time customer service for a company in New York. I'm a full-time executive assistant for a company in the United States, New York as well. I plan travels. I guide travels. I didn't just box myself up like, hey, if it is not lecturing job, I'm not doing this, or if it is not customer support, I'm not doing travel planning. This is why when we talk virtual assistant academy is not about general virtual assistant that is flying around. If you niche down, that doesn't mean that if you see any other opportunity, you should not try it. That is why I always look at my students. When it's time for planning travels, doing travel planning assignments, you people will run away. I swear to God, you will meet it in the see that travel planning that you don't want to do because the assignment is tough. You will meet it at the front. You can't run away from it. You want to be an executive assistant. You don't want to have any idea about travel planning. Me, that I put travel planning in the curriculum, you think that I don't have sense? Eh? You will meet it. Executive assistant, you will not plan trips. You might not even do the full one. But you see all these accommodation flights here and there, you cannot run away from it. Unless your executive is just one, we are calling ourselves executive. But you want to succeed. You want to make money. Everything you need to kickstart your journey as a virtual assistant in those niches are what we taught you in class. Now it is now left to you to own your skills, get better, and position yourself so that when the job comes, you have everything you need. So you don't just say, me, I just want customer support, or I don't want wahala. Do you know people that used to say that? Those are the ones that they want soft life, and I can bet it with you that customer support is not easy. I'm a full-time customer support. Customer support is not easy. As at last week, I made one silly mistake. I was telling my coaches yesterday when we were on the call. And I told them, I said, if it were to be my student that made this mistake, I might even shout at them. But I made that mistake as a customer support. I drafted a mail to over 30 parents. I drafted the mail myself. I input it that their child are coming for Riaza October 12, 5:15 to 6:15 p.m. I drafted it. My client reviewed it. I sent the email to the parents. I acknowledge all the questions they had. Omomi forgot to add that event to the calendar because I was busy with other tasks. So I thought I was done. It was time for the event. The parents were there, the children were waiting. The artist that was supposed to train the children did not have the event on her calendar. She did not come. And my client, look at that, like I did everything, but I forgot to add it to the calendar. You see, you will make mistakes. So I see there is no way you will not make mistakes. No matter how good you think you are, no matter how you see somebody as your small god, everybody makes mistakes in this life. I couldn't catch that mistake. And when my client called me later, like the next day, like, Cassandra, what you did was very disastrous. It was stressful. I had to run there to teach them, blah, blah, blah. Throughout that day, like, I hated myself for it. Like I felt so bad, like me, this little thing, see what you've caused. And when I went to my client, I was like, and one thing about me, if I make a mistake, I don't like to go through the corner trying to defend myself. Apologies, mama. I know say I don't fuck up. I am sorry, I don't know what happened, I don't know how I missed it. Like, and during the meeting, she now said something. She said, Kasara, you know that you made that mistake. But what happened to the artist that we confirmed? She didn't receive the calendar invite, and she didn't tell us that she didn't receive the calendar invite that day. Because if you missed it, someone should have cut that day. And they put the blame on the artist, they put the blame on my project manager. That project manager, you are there to catch all these mistakes. What happened? You have to double check all this work. But who caused the problem? I caused it. As a customer support, see, you need to understand how to communicate. AI will help you, but at times you need to sound human. There are times that I might use AI to fix my grammar and everything, but you will just know that something is missing. You need to put this human touch to it. If not, you won't stand out as a customer support. That is why when I see people saying that if you want to make big money in this life, don't be a virtual assistant because that virtual assistant is saturated. Help me to ask that person, has she had any reason to hire a virtual assistant in the past? Until you realize the power that you hold as a virtual assistant, that will change your mindset. AI is coming to take our job. Do you think that luxury clients have the time to sit with ChatGPT and start giving ChatGPT that prompt? AI is coming to take the job. Will AI be the one to track all these loopholes? AI will take my job. Will AI make that phone calls on your behalf? AI will take my job. Is that AI that will schedule the email? So when I see people condemning our niches, I'll be like, it is not their fault. It is the way you people position yourself in front of them. I've made over $50,000 on Upwork. And what am I doing? Travel planning, customer support, executive assistant. Go and check my profile. And every day on Upwork, there will always be at least 10 to 20 people looking for executive assistant. Don't you think they can do this thing themselves? Don't you think they can use AI? But do they have the time? No. Who can help them? We are the one that will help them. And if you want to succeed, number one, you must own to your own mistakes. Anybody can make mistakes. Imagine how good I think. I'm not good. I used to say it. I only have an idea. Calendar invite caused a mess last week. Calendar invite. And when I made that mistake, I had to go back to my process. Like for me, moving forward, you don't just double check, you triple check your work. And it is also easier for other people. You know, when you're doing your thing, you might think, oh, everything is okay. But if you have another eye, it helps you to realize that, yes, I think like if you're vetting your own work yourself, you might not catch that mistake. But if another person is vetting your work, they will catch that mistake. So that is why we don't just train you. We give you an assignment and we vet the assignment because we are the one that can like notice that error. That okay, you need to do this, you need to do that. And when you are pitching to people for volunteering, among the virtual assistant academy students, among is telling you today, never ever in your life tell people that I will work for you for free. Mm-mm. I didn't train you like that. See, there's something we call tactics. And if you don't learn these tactics, people will use you. You see all these founders online on TikTok, they go use you. All these seasoned CEOs, founders, they will use you if you don't know how to position yourself well. Because I understand that volunteering, mostly it is free work. You want to use them, they want to use you. But don't just carry yourself and be like, please come and use me. They will use you, yourself go tire. When you are pitching your service to them, like, hey, I would love to intern with your company, I would love to volunteer for you, blah blah blah. Just state how you can help them and leave it to them if they want to pay you or not. I've seen so many DMs that people will come and be like, hey, work for mom, I would love to work with you. Don't even pay me. I just need experience. The honest truth is, I think the only people that can like gain experience through me might be executive assistant because I need one, customer support. You understand? So you coming to me and be like, you're a travel planner. I'm not your target audience. I'm not. There's no way I can help you. But because I have an academy, I own it. You can support the academy. But I don't have. What I do is just create content. And you are pitching to me that you want to be my customer support executive assistant. Do I need you? I don't. Now you're coming to me and you're like, okay, I'll work for you for free. If I want to be selfish, I will grab it all and I will overuse you. Some founders are like that. So whenever you are pitching your service, like, okay, I want to volunteer for you, leave it to that person to determine if they want to pay you or not. So during the interview, you can just be like, hey, how do you support your volunteers? How do you support your interns? Like, then you will know. There are so many opportunities that people have brought to me, like, hey, what for mom? I need you to get me a volunteer. And the very first question I used to ask them is that, how much are you giving them for stipends? I used to ask that thing. Because you can't tell me that I should refer my students to you and you won't give them. Now that data is very, very expensive. Data is expensive. Their time, they want to edit videos for you. You can't even reimburse for data. Then why are you a founder? Why are you a CEO? Are you truly making the money? And Nigerians, we are not ready for this virtual assistant thing. Nigeria's founders, Nigerian CEOs are not ready because they don't even know what VAs can do for them to help them. They don't know. Maybe until they realize, before they know that, yes, this person actually needs a virtual assistant. And whether we like it or not, there is no company that can function without an admin. There is no company that can. There is no business CEOs can I say, that can function well without having an assistant to support. We can't do it all. There is no way. Now, how can you stand out among your peers? I will use one thing as an example. There's a particular event that I'm planning. Yesterday was the event. I've been planning this event for the past two months now. The students had to go perform, do everything. So I was to send the music file to the DJ. Because why do I want to share this story with you? Because when people are saying that they want to hire an executive assistant, they want someone to think a step ahead, they want someone that is proactive. I want to teach you what they truly means when they say that you need to be proactive. If they hire you, they will train you. They will tell you what they need. They will tell you how they want you to do some things. And the moment they tell you how they need you to do some things, moving forward, you need to keep to that and even exceed that. So I was to send a music file to the DJ. So I did. I sent it through the drive. I sent the link, everything. So the organizer came back to us and they were like, no, that we cannot perform for like 15 minutes, that they need to cut it down to 10 minutes. I communicated that to the artist, like, this is what is happening, blah, blah, blah. And the artist sent my client the music file again. And I saw the mail because I was copied on the mail. I didn't just sit down and be like, okay, she sent the music file. I'm waiting for them to tell me what to do. Because I knew that I'm supposed to download that music file and send it to the DJ. She doesn't need to come back to me and tell me that, and I should know, I should think. And when she came, she tagged me in Iva and she was like, hey, Kasara, we need to send this to the DJ. I was like, I did that already. She was like, wow, that's amazing, thank you. But if you want them to spoon feed you, you will not last in this industry. We have customer support that they are making $5 per hour. We have customer support that are making $20 per hour. We have customer support that are making $30 per hour. We have customer support person that is making $50 per hour. Experience will differ. The way you position yourself differs. The way you solve clients' problem differs. For those of you that you need them to spoon feed you, they'll give you a ridiculous amount of money. Now 2026 is coming. Taxes here and there. And you still want to be charging your client $2 per hour, $3 per hour. My dear, you go learn. The only thing that can make you to like pitch to clients, state your rates, is when you know that yes, if you hire me, I have everything to take to succeed. People that they are always comfortable to work $2, $3 are people that they are not truly sure about their skills. If you are sure of your skills, you can charge clients $15, $20 comfortably because you know what you are bringing. Majority of you will give you assignments. Some of you have not even opened your laptop like this to say you want to do it. Then after the class, you will not come with the story of my grandma swallow fork. And there is no story in this world that I've not heard as a coach. I've been doing this thing for the past 3 years, going to 3 years now. And you think you're bringing that story? There's some people that they are very like their stories are genuine. Coach Naima, there was a particular student. Is it August cohort or July? I can't really remember. Her sister was sick. She was in and out of UCH. The very first day she was like, "Oh, for mama, I didn't know this will happen. My sister is this, but I'll try and join the class." I just said, "Let me just like tell you." During the demo interview, this girl came. She did everything. She submitted all her assignments. Somebody that her sister was sick, she was beside her sister. She did everything. In fact, I was telling Coach Naima then, like, hey, this particular girl, she might not submit her assignment on time. I told her, like, no problem, blah, blah, blah. But some people, just little inconvenience like this, they are already using that as an excuse. You see that character will take you to your clients because you think you want if you are coming if you want to learn virtual assistant or you want to learn any remote work because you think it is easy, don't do remote work because remote work is even harder than your 9 to 5. Number one, if you are not disciplined, you will just see yourself sleeping instead of you to be working because nobody will hold you like okay, you're responsible to do something. Like if you are not disciplined, don't come for virtual assistant, don't come for remote work. Nobody is ready to spoon feed you. So if you think, because I want to work remotely, I want to make the money. We are making the money, but baby, I'm stressed. Because it is even stressful more than 9 to 5. It is stressful. So many people will go to the office, you are a supervisor, you open eye for yourself. By 5 o'clock, you don't drop that wahala for them, you are back home. Me, I'm still working till 12 p.m., 11 p.m., at times 1 a.m. And everything must correct, everything. And if you are going on Upwork, you see Upwork, will expose your weakness like this. That's always stop. If you are going on Upwork, be sure you are ready. Because when you get that job and you can't do it well and you have a bad review, your job success score drops. It is only inshallah that can help you. It is only inshallah that can help you. So that is why it is not just about I can pay for the VA training. I can do this. We have several people that they can't afford it. They went on YouTube, learn, implement it, and they are succeeding. And we have so many people that my private students paid 150,000 naira for private class. And during the class, this person was watching cartoon. Cartoon. And I was like, hey, this person complained that she can't meet up. See what this person is doing. While some people, they will pay for the group class and they will make it worth it. While we have several individual classes that, yes, they are really. So no matter how much you have in your life, no matter the money, because some people believe that they can use money for everything. But for mom, I even want you to teach me yourself. Only you, I will give you 300,000. I can teach you. If you don't implement it, your money will still waste at the end of the day. Because I won't be the one to apply to jobs for you. I will only train you. If you like, pay 5,000 naira. If you implement it, that 5,000 naira will multiply. So your success lies in your hand. Don't let anybody use you anyhow. We need to use our brain. You need to be ready so that you can be known as a leader in your niche. For the fact that you're a customer support does not mean that if you see any other thing you can do, you should not apply. And if you're the type that you're looking for virtual assistant jobs since all these days and you've not gotten anyone, it's because you're searching for virtual assistant job. Virtual assistant job. You will not see you. It will not work. Because you can search for something like admin virtual assistant, executive assistant, customer support, personal assistant. We have several ones. So virtual assistant is just an umbrella. Find your niche, explore, and in 2 3 years you will truly know what you truly enjoy. And you can be like, okay, I think I want to be more of this niche than other niches. I love executive assistant. I love it. It's my life. It's part of me. But travel planning is there. Customer support is there. I can do it whenever they come. So if you are running away from all those assignments because customer support is the easiest assignment, you miss that wahala that you're avoiding now in the future. You miss it. And by then, it might even cost you your job if you don't up your game. So that is it from my own end. I don't know if Coach Naima have anything she wants to add, and we can take any question if we have questions. Tana is back. She dropped before. So, Coach Naima, do you have anything you want to add to what I just said?
I really don't have much to say because you covered almost everything, like literally everything. And I wanted to talk about the niches. It skipped my mind, and I was so happy that Tana actually mentioned that. One thing is, there is no job that is it is easy, and the fact that you work from home even make it very very hard. Like the other day, I was telling you guys yesterday in the meeting, I slept off while working. My husband was the one tapping me that you are still at work. Like I was typing on my computer and I doze off. So it is not easy. You have to put in the job because it is not about you don't have anybody that you're reporting to because you don't have your supervisor close to you or you don't have this person next to you. And yes, this actually brings me to this. There are some of you that you believe like the way they are addressing you or the way they are calling your name, it's affecting you. Let me tell you the truth. When they gave birth to us, when we were named, they did not add auntie, uncle, Mr. or Miss to our name. They don't add it. There is no prefix, just your name. See, I don't know, and I will still go back to that. Maybe because I've worked in the banking sector. Someone that is old enough to be your father, they don't born you well to call that person Mr. or Mrs. You call your supervisor by his name. The only thing is not being a Yoruba and in a Yoruba says just ask something like Ogo Ye. Okay, Oga Idris. You're not supposed to address anybody as Mr. or Miss. They'll call you by your first name. No matter your age. That is the bank rules. Because they also believe that the respect sometimes bridge the gap between you. So when you have a problem, you won't want to go and meet your boss to explain. But if you see yourself as equals, it is easy for you to say, okay, this person is my colleague. Let me just talk to the person. So that is another thing. If you are saying that, hey, God, I beg go, you still have a very long way to go. And you should be able to grab all your attention, like attention to details. You must be able to grab all everything. I literally don't have anything else to say because Coach Yumi has already said everything and Coach Sana has already said everything. So it is just like saying the same thing all over again. I think it's just a question.
Yeah, welcome back, Coach Tana. Do you have anything to add before we start answering questions? So if you have any question, please feel free to type it in the comment section and we will address it one after the other. I think we have just 30 minutes more, yes, to go. Yes. So, Coach Tana, do you want to add anything or we should just take their questions?
I think we can. Can you guys hear me? Yeah, I think we can start taking their questions too. While we are waiting for the questions, I actually just want to say that really start. Do you get like Coach Naima and Coach Umi have said? There will never be a time when you know everything, but you've known something. So with what you've learned, just like really start, do something. And once you feel like you've gotten a good amount of knowledge, you can go ahead, go and start applying, start studying what you want to do. when I when I applied for this my quality assurance role, right? We got connected to the whole like the role through someone, and when they were introducing everybody, I was just hearing mighty names. This is a
Hmm.
senior level. This one, like you see the preamble even introducing everybody. When it came to me, and I don't blame them, right? I might be an authority in my field, but I wasn't an authority in quality assurance yet. So of course, they just said Estada has a lot of passion. My own is passion. My own is passion. My own is not. My own is not experience, right?
They don't put all this title.
Only that I have passion, not that I have experience. But I'm just saying, right? Like that, I got it, and like the senior level people did not. It's, I don't know. First of all, I'm going to say that I'm thankful to God, and it's great. But I also want to talk about how you can start scared, you can start being unsure, but just do it either ways. Do you understand? You don't know where it's going to land. The worst thing that can happen is that you don't get it. That's the worst that will happen. But if you get it, then you have everything to gain from it. When I finished that interview, I was wondering who was the person talking here. And that's the interesting thing. Like I was very upfront and honest about how I didn't have like all the experience we were looking for, but I explained everything that I know. And this was what I told my interviewer. I said, I know that I'll be more. I know you have like a lot. I think I was the third person to be interviewed. I said, I know that I would bring more value than anybody here. And she was smiling. I know she was smiling because maybe she's like, what are you saying? Other people are here. I said,
Oh, you only have passion.
you get. And I said, I have a lot more to prove than anybody else here. And that's why you should give it to me. I mean, what do you have to lose if you don't gain value from me? Then you fire me. That was that was my daring statement. Next thing I just received offer letter. Congratulations. I say, is it like that?
Wow, passion.
I said, like that if we are doing here. So just start scared. When I was saying that, I was scared though. But just do it. When we were even doing the demo interview in October cohort, I was asking some people, are you nervous? Are you scared? So for can't remember her name, was it Miriam? I think I asked her if she was scared or if she was nervous. She said yes, but they controlled it. You will know that they are nervous, but they still control it. So it's okay. Even me that I've done 700 interviews in this life, I've interviewed people who have been interviewed. Sometimes I still get nervous. I still get scared, but control it. Do it scared, but do it either way. Some people are just like, oh, I'm scared. I don't know. I don't know. I said, just do it. Do it either ways. I don't know if they start asking their questions though. I was just giving them time to ask.
Yeah, yeah, we have some question already. So someone is saying, please, is it okay to address your boss by their first name, or you should add sir?
Coach Naima for that one.
It actually depends on who you're working for. But one thing about it is if you're working for people in the diaspora, like you're working for clients abroad, they don't care about that. My client's name is Priya, and she is Priya, and there is no man, there is no sir. So it is we Nigerians that we value. You are not calling me Mr. Oh, I am married. Why will you call me Miss? So they don't care. What they are, the only thing they need from you is just get the job done. That is all. They don't care. Call them by their first name. They don't care. So that is it.
Yeah, it's the way I'll call Coach Naima in class, Naima in class, and when I see her in person, I'll be like, Mommy, my age, I can't stop her. Honestly. So another question is, hello ma, please, a question on TikTok. All these tech gurus say we should learn VA or customer support. Ah, VA or customer support. Okay, I'll take that one. Virtual assistant is an umbrella, and you just need to find your niche. So it can either be
That is
customer support. eh,
support question. That is not all. There is also a support question. Scroll down.
Okay, one moment. Oh, I don't know. I think I missed so many questions.
Said
That they are
that
low,
they are
they are low barrier to entry. Anyone can learn it, and the payment is so little. Okay, anyone can learn it. Yes, there's nothing that anyone cannot learn, and the payment is so little. Like the amount you're going to earn as a customer support is going to be little. Is that what you're trying to say? If that's the case, that's why I said we have customer support that they earn $5 per hour. Some people $10, some people $20, some people $30, some people $50 per hour. It depends on what you know, how you can apply those skills that you know to solve clients' problem, how you can position yourself well. Like I said, Tana, there was a time I went for a travel guide gigs in Lagos when my client from the US came to Nigeria. I was paid $25 per hour, and all their software developers they are being paid between $18, $20, $22. So I was the highest paying person there because in my niche, I'm my own. Like I understand my niche and I want to deliver quality things to you, and the way I'm able to like position myself, negotiate myself. So it doesn't matter if you have these big tech skills, although it matters to some people because if you have this big one, you make a lot of money. But if you are very good with your own niche too, you also make a lot of money. So it is okay to start small, but as you grow, you don't want to stick to $5 per hour because you have the experience and people are willing to pay more. If you go on Upwork, we will see what we call entry level, intermediate level, expert level. That is client saying I'm willing to pay more for the most experienced freelancers. Then that is when the money comes. I don't think we should even pursue money first. Pursue the skills, get better, and the money will come. Right now, I don't apply to jobs anymore. It's either invite, please, I want you to do these direct offers. That's what I get now. But I wasn't getting it when I was starting out my career. I'm at this stage. I can see myself as, I can say I'm in stage 21. You are in stage 1. And you want to compete with someone in stage 21. You need to walk those steps to get there. And then everything will now look like magic because you've walked that path. Now you are earning that work that you've done in the past. So that is just it. So, yep, that's how I can answer the question. So, ask how they want to be addressed if you are not sure. Like I just said, international clients, if you even call them ma, they feel they might even get mad at you. Like, yep. My question is on CV. How can I optimize my CV as a new VA? You can like check our YouTube channel. I have a video on how to optimize, how to make your CV ATS compliant. But if you are my student, that one is in the community. You learn everything how to like build your CVs. Everything is in the community, so you don't have to. Please, is it okay to work with a US company and get paid in naira? Tana, do you want to take that question?
Let me laugh first. Why are they paying you in naira, please? I'm just very curious, right? So before I answer that, let me even also just also add something to the question that was also asked to Coach Naima about if it's okay to call your boss. I wanted to say that also I think it's like someone said in a comment. It also depend on culture as well, not just work culture, but culture. My first job, it was like the company was in the US, but like it had like a very big branch in the Philippines, and Philippines is in Asia. Asia is very conservative, so they have this very respective and respectful.
Yes, yes.
So our CEO, his name is Peter. We used to call him Sir Peter. Right, that's how Philippines like. So it really depends. So you have to weigh a lot of things before you know what to do. And also, whatever you feel comfortable with, that's really okay to you. If you want to call them slam until they tell you why you're asking, why you calling when you slam, anything that works for you, just do that as well too. Anyways, so about being paid in naira, right? I don't know. I'm like really shifting towards like the whole hiring stuff and towards the HR stuff, right? I would say that I think this like the people who got into virtual assistance earlier, my bosses here, work from home mom and coach Naimat, right? That people that have enjoy money in this life. I think that at this time you have a lot to prove as a virtual assistant, right? You know a lot of people are saying like things that are not very great about virtual assistants, and you have a lot to prove. So you really have to position yourself because people are downselling themselves. I see this a lot, like even in from the HR perspective, people are downselling themselves, and some of these companies are not feeling like this is a third world country. We don't really have to pay you much. Do you know, like when we are doing some things that we do, if you see how much we pay people from other regions, and then you not see how much that
As in double, triple.
Africans are collecting. Hmm? The moment you accept naira, because also most of these companies also want to pay based on what they call it, based on standard of living in your country as well. The moment the conversation becomes about naira, it's very hard to get a fair compensation. That's the truth. It'll be very, very hard for you. So I'm not advising you against it if that's like you really need money and that's what you can hold on to. Go on and do it. But I'm letting you know that in the ideal situation, you shouldn't be, because it's going to be hard to be fully rewarded. You know, I was having a conversation with like some new recruits, like they were in Belize. Belize is like in is in Amer is in North America, I think. Right? We're having a conversation, but they don't really have like a good government. So as bad as their government is, their money is still stable. Someone asked and said, hi Tana, how much is $10 in naira? And then I said, no, not it was it $10. I think yeah, $10, right? How much is $10 in naira? And I said 15,000. Now you know for us, it's very like it's normal for us, but you need to understand how people would think that $10 is two digits and $15 and 15,000 is five digits. Do you know the psychology it gives? Like your economy is very bad, and it's true. Our economy is very bad, but the moment you start talking about naira, you are going to like just carry your bomb and put up in the air there that things are the same. Because when someone is paying you $50 but $100 and the money is already getting into already six digits at this point. Meanwhile, it's just barely three digits for them. Or 95 is just two digits, and the money is six digits for you. So you're
Yeah,
casting yourself,
sorry.
right?
Let me add to this. Sorry, Tana, you're going to continue. The client that I worked with when I went for the tour guide in Lagos, this guy literally exchanged $100, and they gave him this bunch. Do you know what he said? He said, "Kusaya, this looks like a pillow. Like I can really like just sleep on it. Is this $100?" Like this guy was just flaunting the money around. At some point, he had to like distribute it like $100. Like this is like a pillow. I was like, "More
Do you get it? Do you understand? I remember, like, in the company I work with, because it was an immigration company, it was a travel company as well. Many, like, US citizens will come to the Philippines to come and retire because the Philippines has, like, their standard of living is low. They say when they come with, like, $10, they feel like a king. Like, if they dash out $10 to people, they feel very happy. And mind you, the Philippines, like, their currency is still better than ours. It's still better than ours, and they feel like that. So when people now know that with $100 you are earning in six digits or seven digits, ha, the conversation can never be fair. Do you understand? So if you have to do it from a place of desperation and you don't have anything, I understand that, but just know that that's not the ideal situation. Try to find your way away from that.
You can other messages. She has responded that. Okay, let me read it for you. I actually agree with you. Saw a job post from a founder on X, and I pitched myself. We had done the interview to a level that I was sure of getting the job. Then we discussed about the payments. And he said he wants to pay me according to the market rate of my value. That is, the guy is just trying to devalue you. Trust me. He wants to pay me according to Nigeria market what's it called? Market rate. And he wants a standard job of US rates. Come on. They are not on par. Like it is not balancing.
Yeah, Nigeria, we are our problem, and I've experienced this before. There was a time I have a client, my very first client that called from the US for me to guide a trip for like they are bringing people from the US, and I'm to guide that trip. So I've been working with this client planning the trip. Then I was even earning $10 per hour to even plan his trip. But because he said he wanted me to guide the trip, so that was my very first experience guiding a trip. So I was like, okay, no problem, I will do this. And the moment this guy came to Nigeria, the very first thing he said was, so because I've been working with him hourly, and this is my first time going on a trip in my country. And I was asking the client, like, okay, so how much will you pay me, like, per day, like what is the hourly rate? And this client said, do you think I should, per day we can just do 30,000 naira? I was like, hey, hold up, hold up, hold up. When did we start negotiating ourselves in naira? Not even per hour, per day. That was when I realized that, because I told him point blank, like, you saw me on Upwork, I charge in dollars, so all my money will be in dollars. Don't think you are in my country and you want to negotiate me according to my country rate. You need to pay me per hour, and this is my rate for leaving my house, coming to stay with you for like 7 or 2 weeks. It was when I got there that I realized that he has one annoying PA that knows it all, that is negotiating on behalf of him. So Nigerians, we are our problem, because client wants to pay you $200 per month. Let's say it's a fixed job. And one Nigerian say, you don't want, don't give them $200. You can just tell them you give them 100,000 naira. At least you save more money. Is it your money? Why are you helping them to save costs? Because this money doesn't even mean anything to them. This my client said our $100 looks like a pillow, and he just treated like, what is this? Like, he was so annoyed, like the money is too much. But Nigerians, we are our problem. So don't negotiate in naira. I beg you. If your client is, that's why I always tell people, as a virtual assistant, if you have not worked with international clients, you are not really a VA. Because Nigerians, we are not ready to embrace this VA thing. We will embrace in the future. But for now, let's go to those that value us. Some people are hiring virtual assistants. If you are in Nigeria, that's why I always tell people, be realistic with yourself. Nigerians cannot hire a VA now for them to work remotely. You're expecting them to give 500,000, 1 million. They cannot give you.
Like I saw a job posting
They
of
cannot give you.
a Nigerian company, and it's in this the job role. Everything that was listed there was like 15, and these are the niches that I could pick from. Just one job role for just one person, Monday to Saturday. You be a customer support, a project manager, HOD, coordinator, in fact, cleaner. You have to. I was able to pick like seven. I cannot remember again. Guess the pay. Monday to Saturday, 100,000 naira.
The
Social
Lord
media,
has done is finally.
social media is there. And content creation,
See now.
100,000. Monday to Saturday.
We
See,
are not ready.
Nigerian, yes, Nigerians, it is well with us. And it is these people, when they get to the top, they'll be complaining that this person is bad. But you yourself, you are not good, because you're actually shooting some people in the leg. And at
Mm-hmm.
the long run, you're not even benefiting from this thing. So what is your problem?
Exactly. Are
Exactly.
they giving you percentage, or they are adding the rest of the money to your salary?
You're not getting the extra money. The client is just keeping it in his pocket.
Because that like saving the client's money. That's what it's looking like. So that's why.
HR, you people should just be saying, I also be like every time, because they are raining courses on you people's head. We should just be saying, God forbid every time. God forbid, God forbid. Sorry, I'm eating, Jerry, don't
Every
mind me.
5 minutes.
As in, just to say, God forbid, God forbid, God forbid. As in, so now let's take another question. This Jenny of TikTok is saying, Ma, can I go to uni to learn VA course? No, there is no course like that in. So we have coaches that train people on how to be a VA, and we are one of them. So you can make your research, see the one that you feel comfortable with, and you can learn. So VVPL is saying, what are the basic knowledge you need before going into training for virtual assistant? You just need basic computer knowledge, know how to type, know how to use your Chrome, you understand, and ensure that if you're enrolling for the course, ensure that it is beginner friendly, that they walk you through how to highlight, how to not put down so that, so you just highlight this one. Yeah. So that is it. How do I join your community? And please, what is your YouTube channel name? My community is basically for my students, those that have completed our VA training, those are the ones we add to our community. My YouTube channel is Omoumi Virtual Assistant Academy. So I actually agree with you. Saw a job post on found out next and I pitched myself. Good. We had done an interview to a level that was sure of getting the job done. We talked about the same one. Okay, that was what you were saying. Okay. Yes, so generally decline the offer because they will show you shaggy. Ma, as a beginner that don't have money, once you learn the skills, without Upwork, can you get the job? Coach Tana, you want to take that?
Okay, yeah. If without Upwork, can you get jobs? Yeah, I didn't get my first work from Upwork actually. So you can actually get jobs. I think for me, this is just my own personal opinion. Please don't take it as gospel. It's just my personal opinion. I would say that find what works for you. I think one of the mistakes like that I made, I won't say people make, that I made was like really trying to jump everywhere. Do you understand? So for example, on Upwork, just I think was it yesterday or the day before yesterday that I and Coach Naima and Coach Rumi had a conversation. On Upwork, it requires like you to be able to be diligent and everything. Do you understand? So sometimes people are jumping here, 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 here. Sometimes in Upwork, what you just even need to be doing is like refreshing and waiting because you want to be timely with your application, right? So sometimes it requires that. So anywhere you think is like good for you, if you know you're going to look at a particular job board, you can do that. So for example, we have Indeed. Indeed is a job board, and if you're looking at Nigerian jobs, you have Jobberman, right? These are some job boards. So you want to look at how um early these jobs are also being posted as well. Technically, just within 24 hours, 48 hours as well. You want to look at them. You can also look at them on social media. I got working with Coach Rumi from social media. I didn't know her from Adam before. I saw her on social media. I say, this thing that this lady is asking for, I can do it, right? So you can also do it. You can also apply on social media if you want to. So these are places that you can actually be able to get jobs. It's just I would really advise as a newbie, right? If you're new, to try to function within um um places with guidelines like maybe Upwork or all these other places because scam is outside there, oh, right? There's a lot of scam, there are a lot of things and things to just throw you around. At least with principled communities like Upwork and all these other places, you have a fair idea of what like the market rate is. Right, so you see what people bid for jobs, you see all these things. It should just give you an idea. So try to look at all those principled communities first before you just start applying randomly. For Coach Naima's clients that is giving 100K for 17 things will see you and give you and give you job for 100K because those are the ones that about. So, but in principal places, I think Upwork even has like a limit amount that you can get, like you should charge, right? You can't charge less than or being sorry. I don't know how much that is, but you it is a particular amount that the money must be up to because they also have to make their service charge from it as well. So all of those things just guide you. So focus in communities for now, then you can move upward so that people will not scam you or take you to where you don't know. That's what I would say.
And the next question is, what are the jobs I can get pending the time I get a laptop? See, the honest truth is, if you can afford a laptop, please get it. I don't know how to say. I'm not saying there are no jobs that you can do with your phone. Maybe some basic video editing, maybe some customer support that you just need to like engage with their client via LinkedIn. Like it is not really something deep. But me and you know that if someone wants to hire you to be their social media moderator, you know that you can't really like earn more, like especially in Nigeria. Because if you want to work with international clients, there might even be instances where you need to share your screen. I think getting a laptop even makes your life easier. And you'll be able to work. You won't have because you have to streamline the type of jobs you are looking for. 95% of jobs out there requires you to have a laptop. You can't use your phone. So if you can afford a laptop, please do. But if you want to start more, you can start with social media moderator, basic video editing here and there. That's what I always tell my students. You can use your phone for the class, but my dear, you need a laptop. You need a laptop. That is just it. So I think yeah, we're able to like wrap up with all the questions that they have now. So October calls, We're going to be seeing you in class. Yeah, because we still need to vet your LinkedIn profile, your Upwork profile, make corrections. Then people that are able to make 80% of their, I think, assignments, including the remote work class assignments. I'm talking LinkedIn Upwork, will be issued a certificate and added to the community where you learn how to write an ATS compliance CVs, have several cover letter templates, even though I've trained you personally how you can like apply to jobs without you even using the template. But you have several resources that can guide you, interview tips here and there. So yeah, that's the next step. And for those of you that you want to join our virtual assistant training for November cohort, I'm happy to tell you that November cohort is almost booked if we are not fully booked. And we'll see you in 2026 where we'll be coming with a new dimension that I think should be fine with you because everything is changing 2026. Everybody is scattered. Taxes, everything. Oh my god, you will pay tax. You will pay tax. So if you want to join the November course, this is your time to secure your slot because we are almost booked for November calls and we can take it up from there. Any question? Please, how many hours per day can one dictate to learn daily? Do you need hours? Talking as a 9 to 5 work. Coach Naima, do you want to take that?
If you're a 9 to 5, that means you'll be able to watch the recordings. But if your job is flexible, you can join the class. The class is usually from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. So if you can just watch, you might not be able to communicate. Then you fall back to the recordings and you ask your questions whenever you watch the recordings because there is a group where you can ask questions and everything. So you can actually do it. Then by weekend, yeah, you have your weekend, you can just catch up on everything and yeah, get your assignment done. So that is it. You can do it. I think we have two 9 to 5 hours for this October cohort. I remember they sent me a message like a day to inform me about that. So you can do it.
Okay, so guys, thank you so very much. I really appreciate your time. How do I join for November? Just send us a DM here or click the link in bio to enroll. It's very, very easy. So, October calls, any other question for quality day? We have just, is it 9? No, we have 10 more minutes. Any other question? Because everybody needs to run back to work.
I was just going. I was just going to ask that person who is asking for laptop and everything. I want to
Mm.
say that. To be honest, right, many jobs that you see that tell you that you don't require a laptop, most of them are scam jobs. Actually, most of those jobs are scam jobs. Jobs
Jobs
that
that
tell
you can do at night, how you can make money just by using your phone. They are hiring worldwide. Sodiki.
run away. If you want, you're actually thinking of not apart from just making money, but actually having a career. You actually need a laptop. Oh, let me shock you. You don't even just need a laptop. You need good internet. You need light, and you need power supply. Like you need workspace. You need a lot of things. You need to see my workspace at this time, and it didn't always start now. So I will just tell you, right? Start where you are at the moment. Anything that you can do. Fun fact: I was living in Port Harcourt. I was staying in Port Harcourt with my family. I carried myself to where I did not know, to Abuja. I don't have any family. I don't have anybody inside here. Do you know what brought me here? It's remote work. Because you will need a place with internet. When I was in my father's house, I had to get like 0.5 Mbps. I don't know what happened inside the house. Network is not just good. Here, sometimes my internet is like 680 Mbps. That's the kind of sacrifice you will make, right? And I know that maybe at this level, you might not be able to do it, and that's okay. So just start small. If you need to borrow somebody's laptop, whatever you need to do, you want to buy a smaller one, if you want to pay in installments, but just keep it in your mind that you have to. Please don't position yourself that, I will start with a phone first, and then when I have it, don't do it. You just that
I saw a post 2 days ago. The lady said that she started this year with a 3 million naira debt. Ask me how. Because she was transitioning. She went ahead to borrow 1.5 million naira from a loan app to get a laptop for her job. Now she borrowed the money. 2 days later, the landlord came knocking that he wants everybody to leave the house. Now A debt of 1.5 million, that is the actual fee. I think with interest and everything total to 3 million naira. Now, a debt with a laptop, she has a laptop, fine, that is the consolidation, there is a laptop. But now she's about to be homeless. Where is home? So that was the sacrifice that she made this year. That she made this year. And according to her, she showed up every day on TikTok posting her videos. Nobody knew what she was going through. According to her, she has been able to pay off the debt. Was it easy? No. But it was. I'm not saying that you people should go and borrow money to buy a laptop. I'm not saying
At
it.
least you pay the money for them now.
Sacrifice for me. I don't buy laptop for myself. I'm already telling my husband that I need an upgrade. If they born him well, may you not buy that laptop. I'm not the only one. Documentary does not buy laptop.
Hey, hey, mm, mm, mm.
There are some people that they are like that, but you just want
Don't
to
cast me now.
you
Did you
want to
TikTok for me?
me. I
Person go
think
they sleep with me. You know go buy laptop. I want to do.
I said I want to buy a laptop. It was my father before. Now it is my husband. I've already started telling him that, babe, this laptop need an upgrade. We need to upgrade before next year. We need an upgrade though. So if you need a laptop, it is essential. You have to find a way around it. Tana, what are you saying?
I said, I said you should advise single people only. Those that don't have husband to buy laptop for them, what would they do?
Honestly, laptop is a necessity. Like you really, really need it. If you can afford it, fine. If you can't afford it, just work towards getting one. It's very, very important in your career. Someone like me now, I have a big monitor. I have my laptop. But you just get there. I think I just got a monitor because my clients bought it for me. I didn't just see. Just start with what is important, which is the laptop. And also, if you can buy a mini ring light, the small one, the table one, you will need it too. In case you don't have light, I want to do interview at night. Mm. You need those things are important. Internet connections, they are important. Then as you grow, you make money. You can even get yourself an Apple laptop. You can get yourself all this big monitor. Just start now, but you need a laptop. Do you do discounts? I'll still be lying. You don't do discounts. I say I want to be a good person. I don't know, honestly. I want to be a good person, but I'm not doing. So let me see what other question do we have? How do I register? Send out me more TikTok long. I just dey do nonsense for here. How do I register? Send us a DM. Good morning to you too. Can someone that is like in his 30s learn? I have students of 40s and I have people in their 50s too. So, but one thing I always advise elderly people to do, don't come when you are 60, 70s. I'm not saying you won't get the job, but you and all these Gen Zs are dragging jobs. But if you're in your 30s, in your 40s, of course. But I would advise that you enroll for a private class. That way you like get like. But if you can like learn well with groups too, it's always good. That is why when people come to me and be like, "What from home, mom? Can I enroll for your private class or group class?" If I want to be selfish, I'll be like private class. But private class is always stressful. My coaches can testify. Group class, you learn together. There are some questions people will ask that you are not even thinking about, that you learn together and all. But I always advise private class for slow learners, for 9 to 5 that they don't really have enough time, that we just need to work according to our schedule, give them, and you choose the one that works best for you. Because you don't come to me and say this is the time that works for you. No, I will tell you the time that I'm available, then you pick the one that works for you. So we need to be clear. So you need to sit and be like, which one works best for me. So that is it. We are full-time VAs and part-time coaches. Yes. So they can start with a lower grade laptop from 250K instead of the ones close to a million. They can even see the one of 150,000 naira. All these thrift laptops. So how much can one earn in 1 month? My sister, it varies. So it depends on some people. They will start with $200. Some people even $50. So it depends on the type of job. That is what will determine. And one thing is that as a remote worker, for me, my income monthly is not always like accurate. I can't tell you that every month I make $2,000. At times I make 4,000. At times I make 3,000. At times 2,000. Sometimes $750. Because I am mostly on hourly job. If I'm not working, I'm not making money. Can anyone if I'm not working, I'm not making money. But if I'm working, I'm doing everything. I know that at the end of the month, I'll smile to the bank. So mine is not fixed. Some people they have jobs that they will tell you that it's a fixed price or we'll be giving you $2,000 every month, which means that every month, whether you work or not, $2,000. But most of my gigs are hourly. So that is so I can't really say this is how much you earn. So do you know Equitos Adams to come on Facebook digital witch? I don't know her. So guys, that is all for now. This is 11 before my coach will now arrest me for keeping them waiting. So Coach Tana, thank you so very much. I appreciate you. Coach Naima, thank you so very much. You guys are awesome because they are sending you your awesome gifts on you people that you are gifting Tana. It's me that you are still gifting. In case you don't know. Because it is my account. Coach Tana did not have TikTok account. So I'm collecting two gifts. Oble.
I'm rubber. If you
Ah,
have money, you are free to crush. But if you do not have money, since you're for it, go, go,
go,
go, go, go, go, go.
go. They say Coach Tana is so fine. Opa,
Yes,
Coach Tana, they are toasting. And she's single.
see, she's not single. It is see, I will be the one to do the screening. It is only someone that have money.
This is not VA job now. I want the demo interview.
It's not there is interview. You have to see your statement of account. You cannot just come and say, is it because she's beautiful or because she's earning in dollars? You better say the truth.
Okay. Okay. Sorry, ma. Married
Ma,
woman.
yeah.
Sorry. Sorry. Single lady. They are crushing you. She not even do makeup, but she still fine like this.
Just
Just
come
so.
with money. Don't just come and be crushing. There is nothing like no, you people should not make Tana, turn off your camera. You people should go away.
So, all right, guys. Thank you so very much for your time. Thank you, Coach Tana. Thank you, Coach Naima. I love you. So, October 4th, we'll see you in class. Bye.
Bye.